Hey y'all, say hi Nella. Say hi Nella. Say hi to everybody. Okay, let's talk about. Welcome to another episode of Dost Isms. I think it's episode 23 or something. We're going to talk about Palantir technologies today. And I wish I could show you a lot of the graphics I have on it because I've got a lot of information to show you that I think you need to. think you need to see, but for some reason my computer's kind of going too well lately. I got to clean it out or something because it's acting very slow. Any event, Palantir Technologies. If you heard the scuttlebutt, this is the company that is going to be creating that private database on all of us Americans for the Trump administration. Yeah, the deep state. Clean swamp. Yeah. I think Trump is I think I got it wrong. I think Trump didn't drain us. There was never a deep state to begin with. Donald Trump is the deep state right now. And the swamp, he's filling the swamp. And he's filling the swamp with like Palantir Technologies, which has 4,291 patents within a 4-year period, I believe. That's a lot of fucking patents, ladies and gentlemen. It's a lot of fucking patents. And it's all about technology, it's all about information, controlling information, and how to use the information. 4,291. They've got 2 trademark assignments, and they're doing business with, you guess, you ready for this? Who's financing this operations? There's 3 banks. One is the Royal Bank of Canada. Another bank is the Morgan Stanley Senior Funding and Wells Fargo. 3 banks. They're bankrolling Palantir. Um, let's see what else. And like I said, and plus this, so if there's 4,291 patents, there's 4,291 individual patent agreements with the respective or disrespective inventor, which is more like some geek from MIT or maybe one of these Doge idiots that of Elon Musk's. But in any event, this is very dangerous stuff here, guys. Okay, so what can we do about this stuff? The question is, what do we have to do about this stuff? What can we do anything about this? I think we can. I think we can. What we have to remember, and we have to learn, we have to get it through our heads. And I'm going to keep on repeating it and repeating it. You have a body, you have a soul. You have a physical body, my flesh and blood, and you've got this intellectual soul, which is a figment. It's separate and apart from us. It's our intellect. It's our intelligence. It's our quest for knowledge, our quest for knowing. Okay, so it's the in this case it's that sector of a higher intelligence that I don't think that we're capable of because we're stupid dumb animals. The reason why we're not capable of it is because nobody told us about this stuff. Then again, it's not really the government's position to tell us about these things. It's really kind of our own thing of self-discovery to learn about these things. Nonetheless, the soul that is taken from us is the artificial person. The way that it works, the way that these things work with intellectual properties, you got a scumbucket attorney or some intermediary that has imposed his rights on us, or has imposed a hidden contract upon us, and they have taken captive of that artificial person. That artificial person is made the assigner to a lot of agreements for the revenues and the security interests and all these things, made the assigner by the scumbucket intermediary that has control over us, whoever that may be, attorney, a servicer, the government, and puts us into an agreement that we agree to give all rights, title, and interest in this particular patent, trademark, whatever it is, and takes all our rights from us, and we willingly agree to this and assign it to Wells Fargo, assign it to Morgan Stanley, assign it to whomever. Same thing in patents. Now, in patents, though, now in trademarks, we're connected to the goods, products, and services by label, tag, or digital signature. In patents, we are the subject. Not we, but that artificial person is the subject of these patents. These artificial persons you can cut up in little pieces parts. They exist in form. So you can so think of it this way. If you can cut up your body in a million different pieces and just throw it out there, but not lose anything of your body, that's your soul, right? That's just you can do whatever you want with it. It exists in any form, in any instrument, anything that can be created exists in form. So that artificial person that they've taken assignment of or taken possession of is the assigner, I'm sorry, the subject of these patents, and through whatever process. And of course, we're the ones, they get all the benefits, right? They get all the information. They are looking inside your bedroom, doing all kinds of things. to control your lives and my life, which we don't have freedoms and liberties anymore. Not at all. And so we're, of course, we're the surety and guarantor of this stuff, right? Because we gave them the security interest in this. We're allowing them to be a subject, made a subject for us. We're not doing any of this stuff, are we? I didn't give them any kind of approval for this. No, it was all these agreements, everything in patents and trademarks, everything is by speculative presumption. And the speculative presumption that is recorded in these agreements is recorded with the commissioner of patents, the commissioner of trademarks, and it's all on the speculative presumption that we're never going to find out about this. We're never going to figure this stuff out. And they're right. I think me and the few people I was working with, I know for a fact that we shocked the shit out of Patents and Trademarks Office because nobody's ever done what we've done. We unraveled the game. We've unraveled their game. We called the heads in the game, and apparently nobody's ever done this before. That's another story. Those are things that we're dealing with right now, but we paralyzed that office. But let's get back to this. I digress. What can we do about this? What can we do about these things? First of all, we've got to learn and understand how much power we have. We got a lot of power. We have a lot of power. Okay. They have they and whoever's they is has authority and control over that artificial person. They control the flesh and blood man, which is not even a man, by the way. It's just a thing. It's just a living matter that under patent standards is not determined species yet, but indeterminate species. Because we haven't claimed our soul or taken possession of that. There are some things we can do about this stuff. First of all, I got to get educated on it. Second of all, we need to get organized. This is a serious issue. It's not just Palantir. It's the whole thing that's going on. Everything. Whether Trump was in or not or Biden, it doesn't matter. What matters here is we don't have control of our information anymore. We don't have control of our lives anymore. The reason why Medicare and Medicare don't have to be cut. None of that stuff has to be cut because we own it. We're stockholders in it. We're beneficiaries in that. So if we can learn about how to harness this stuff, we can take back all this stuff for ourselves. Capitalism, it's a great thing, isn't it? Except when biotech billionaires and billionaire boys clubs and all this shit comes in and they monopolize the Patents and Trademarks Office, and our ignorance is not even close to even identifying or even thinking of intellectual properties. Well, guess what? We need to start thinking about it. We need to wrap our heads around this thing. We need to start thinking about it. Is there something we could do about this? Yes, I think there is. If we can do it in mass amount of people, because we can make complaints. We can contact. We can call and complain about this stuff. We can try to prevent these patents from being recorded, prevent these approvals from being recorded. We can contact the Commissioner of Patents, Commissioner of Trademarks, and register our disdain and our opposition to the recording of assignments that incorporates us into these things that we would never agree to, into these agreements, into these patents, into these processes that we never would have agreed to. Now, is that going to do anything? One complaint? No. Is 10,000 complaints? Maybe. 15, 20, 30,000 people calling in? Yeah, you're going to start getting some answers at that point in time. So we need some numbers. We need to put some numbers together, some people, and put a coalition together to go after the United States Patents and Trademarks Office. We have to take our rights back. If we don't, we're going to be dead in the water. We're headed towards the Hunger Games, folks, and we're getting there very quickly. And one of the reasons why we're getting there is because of what's taking place in patents and trademarks. So it's taking place there. Now, can we blame this on the United States federal government and Congress? No, you can't. Yes and no. It's going to international law. And it goes to principles of the universe and energies that artificial person, that soul's connected to, that is really what all this system is based on. So really what it comes down to is we have to know who we are. We have to know who we are, what we are, I'm not talking to thousand Protestantism, although we can't go that route. I'm just talking about what our position in the universe is, what the energies are of the soul, and what energies and what are the energies and the frequencies. That's what I was looking for. Frequencies, all these things that make up us and the soul that we are participants in. and a soul that we're a participant in the universe that God has created, and we and those are the gifts that what God gave to us to use. So there's all kinds of things here, philosophical, and really at the end of the day, what we're talking about here is government. The laws of government are not they're based on philosophies. They're based on ideas. Okay, so we've got to start coming into knowledge of intellectual property so we can come into a knowledge of ourselves. It's easy to hate and blame other people. I do it as well. But at the end of the day, we have the power. We have the power to take control of things. But first we have to take responsibility for ourselves. And we've been placed in such a state of ignorance that we're so far removed from, I mean, ask yourself, would you ever think of looking at intellectual properties? Would you ever even think of that a patent could affect your life or a trademark could affect your life? Did it even come to mind? Probably not, because we've been so conditioned on a reality, a physical reality, that is so far removed from that that we don't have an inkling of knowledge to even look. And that's what they've done. I mean, this was deliberately done this way. And this is why people like Peter Thiel, why Jeff Bezos, and all these things, all these people, this is why they're billionaires, because they harness the knowledge. And that's what we're talking about. Who has the knowledge, who can control it, and who can keep it secret from others. That's what this is about. So we've got a big challenge here at Palantir. We have a huge challenge. We've got a huge challenge with Palantir, with the Trump's fascism, with where we go, where this nation is headed to, and what's going to happen to us. I think we got to start. We have to start taking some responsibility for ourselves. I'm hoping that what I'm doing here, people will listen to and they will like and subscribe and kind of share this with other people. And this platform will grow. And more and more people start taking interest in these things because it's really important. It's really, really important that we do so. And it is worthwhile because what you're going to learn is you're going to learn a lot. You're going to have a totally different view of how you see things, and you'll have a better reality and better handle on what's actually going on than what you're hearing on the streets, what you're hearing on Fox, what you're hearing on CNN, all these things. Um, Maybe it's time to stop listening to the Fox and start listening to me. Anyhow, okay, that's all for now. Thank you for joining me. Once again, Dost Ism. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I'm going to do a lot more on Palantir. And thanks for listening. Have a good day.